In the twilight of the Ancient's dominion over the Pegasus galaxy, a figure named Moros stood at the pillar of authority within the Council of Atlantis. Known later as Merlin, he held the esteemed title of High Counselor during the devastating war against the Wraith, a relentless enemy that drained life from entire worlds. His tenure in Atlantis was marked by a fateful encounter with Dr. Elizabeth Weir, who, through reckless ingenuity of the scientist Janus, arrived 10,000 years in the past via a time-traveling puddle jumper. Moros, ever vigilant about the sanctity of the timeline, forbade Weir from using Janus's outlawed technologies to return to her era, fearing the catastrophic ripples such an act could unleash. His stern rebuke extended to Janus himself, whose experiments with time manipulation Moros deemed a dangerous overreach of ancient knowledge. As the Wraith threat escalated, a massive fleet descended upon Lantia, the planet housing Atlantis, with no viable defense left. Moros issued the final somber command to abandon the city and evacuate to Earth, sealing the Ancients' retreat from Pegasus. Upon reaching Earth, Moros withdrew from the remnants of his people, seeking solitude and deep meditation. This introspective exile culminated in his ascension, a transcendence to a higher plane of existence where he shed from his corporeal form. Yet even among the ascended, Moros could not ignore the looming shadow of the Ori, a faction of ascended beings who demanded worship and wielded their power to subjugate entire galaxies. Convinced that their tyranny posed an existential threat, he made the extraordinary decision to descend back to mortality, retaining the vast knowledge and near-ascended abilities he had gained. On Earth he emerged as Mirrodin, later angelicized as Merlin, among the early inhabitants of Britain. Entrusting his secrets to King Arthur and a select cadre of noble knights, Merlin wove his legacy into the fabric of their burgeoning legend. Beneath Glastonbury Tor, he constructed the Avalon Cavern, a hidden sanctum filled with treasures and guarded by trials to test the worthiness of any who sought its secrets. A ring transporter, a hallmark of ancient technology, provided the only access to the subterranean vault. Merlin's mission on Earth took a clandestine turn as he labored to counter the Ori, employing a phase-shifting device, an invention that rendered him and his work invisible to the ascended others. He began crafting the Sangral, a weapon designed to neutralize ascended beings. This endeavor alarmed the others, who feared such a device could one day be used against them. To monitor him, they dispatched Ganos Lal, an ascended ancient who would later be known as Morgan Le Fay. Merlin's arrival from their days in Atlantis. Undeterred, Merlin completed the Sangral and relocated it to the village of Camelot, a site steeped in the mythology that he helped inspire. Morgan, tasked with thwarting him, eventually destroyed the weapon. Yet, in a twist of fate, she came to share Merlin's view of the Ori's danger. Instead of ending his life, she captured him, preserving his genius for a future reckoning. Morgan placed Merlin in stasis, concealing him with a secret network of planets, a circuit accessible only through a series of Stargate, ensuring that, should the Ori rise again, he could reforge the Sangral and complete his mission. Merlin's foresight proved precedent. Millennia later, when the Ori launched their crusade into the Milky Way, SG1 uncovered his stasis pod on a distant world within Morgan's planetary circuit. Revived from his ancient slumber, Merlin aided Daniel Jackson and the team in reconstructing the Sangral.